Today we're working with our friends at Star Cycle in Mankato, Minnesota.
Hi folks, I'm Nathan with Two Guys in a Ride, and today we're here at Star Cycle in Mankato. We're here with Dwayne, and Dwayne, tell us what we're going to be talking about today.
Well, today we're looking at the new 2021 YAMAHA WOLVERINE RMAX 1000 Limited Edition.
And this, not to be confused with the previous YAMAHA Wolverine, is like a whole new redo.
All new this year, correct.
So, let's start off from the bottom.
Sure.
So you've got the frame. Let's talk about a little bit about the frame. The frame has been beefed up.
Yes, that's one of the biggest things that we have noticed from Yamaha coming out this year. Another big feature, along with the stiffness of the frame, is its length, its wheelbase. It's extremely short, so that is a big thing in this class. It's 3 inches longer than the two-seater. So what that's going to equate to is the machine is going to feel like a two-seater, where it's going to have the flickability, the drivability of a two-seater, not the bus feel of your normal four-seater.
Now, everything underneath this thing has been beefed up. So this one has a couple of added packages on it.
Correct.
So can you walk us through a little bit? I know that all the guards here are an extra package. So walk us through a little bit what's been added to this.
Absolutely. So this one, what we did is we put some of the basic extras that people are looking for protection. The first one is going to be the big bumper in front. That's going to be the biggest one. Trees, rocks, stuff that you're normally going to hit. This is going to eliminate a lot of the damage to the machine. Along with that front bumper, we've got full aluminum skid plates and A-arm guards all the way around, all the way under the machine to protect everything underneath there. Those are the rock sliders that we put on. That is the Yamaha rock slider. Extremely important if you're going to be in that kind of situation. Right. You don't want to be dinging your frame. You can chew those up and replace them as you go. So that is the Yamaha match to the front bumper. Yamaha came out with a whole line of tough accessories for these things that we have available here at Star Cycle.
So people can purchase them directly from you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now you also have lights down here. They're a little hidden when you first look at it, but they're high and low beams are down here.
Correct.
And then your daytime running lights are
correct.
Up here.
We can take a peek at those.
Yeah. And then you have a 4,500-pound Warren winch that comes standard.
Correct.
And that's built. I like how it's recessed under everything and hidden away. That's really, really nice. Underneath here, we have differentials. Obviously, typically they're made out of have aluminum casings, but this has carbon steel. Is that correct?
Correct.
Man. That is some. I mean, when you add the bigger frame, the stronger tubing, along with all that stuff that you've talked about, that's a lot stiffer. That's a whole brand new from the other Wolverine.
Right. It was obvious Yamaha wanted to produce a product that was extremely strong, extremely durable, and also up on the competition as well.
So this comes with a new engine. This has a 999 cc.
Correct. Inline twin motor.
Do we know the horsepower or the torque on the engine?
I'm not sure of the torque offhand. Horsepower is at 108 rated.
Okay.
It is the highest capacity motor in its class in an inline motor.
See, and then you also have the, I believe it's called the Ultramatic. It's a transmission in here.
Right.
It's a newly designed CVT.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the transmission has been redeveloped. From what I gathered, it was noise. It's extremely quiet this year. So when you've got passengers in here driving, conversations between everybody has always been a hurdle, but now with such a quiet transmission design, there's a lot less sound coming through the bottom.
Okay.
So there's a lot more comfortable conversation going on in the cab.
Now on the front right here, obviously you have a removable hood, and I believe there's just there's these two clips here, but then you just basically lift it up.
Super easy. You pop these to the side.
I like this. The fact that you have no shadow.
Correct.
Nothing in your way. You can work from any angle to get at what's in here is what I like.
Everything's super easy to get to. Everything from your air filter, which is going to be the one you're probably going to want to access the most to clean it and service it. Super easy to get to. 4 clips to get it out. Batteries really easy to get to service and charge as well. All your fuses are accessible. You've got your coolant overflow tank over here to check on that as well. Everything else in here, these are all sealed units for the electronics. Yamaha does have a feature where it's got their speed management system, where if you've got less experienced riders, maybe a little bit more difficult terrain, you can dummy this down for depending on who's driving it and the terrain.
So tell us a little bit about the rim and the tire combination that comes as standard on this.
Absolutely. So Yamaha opted to put their 14-inch wheels on here, which are aluminum, and then also combine that with the new Max's Carnage tires.
And these are, I believe, 29-inch.
Correct.
Tires. And it's the same on the back, except for the back has a different width, so it's a little bit wider.
A little
tire.
bit wider on the rear, a little bit narrower in the front for the steering, for the handling.
Okay. One of the just little things that I noticed, you're actually ordering a fully enclosed cab for this, I believe.
Right.
It wasn't here by today. But even with this top, the rain gutter, I like this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if you go fast enough, it can go out here and whip it and hit the back passengers.
We have to find out, but yeah, you're right. That is a nice feature to have.
And then in the back, I noticed the same thing.
Yep.
I mean, just little tiny details that make a difference. That when these first started coming out, we had no clue about.
Absolutely. It keeps water out of the bed too as well, and off your passengers.
So the four-seater doesn't come with a extended bed, and that's one of the reasons why it's only 3 inches longer than the two-seater.
Correct.
But you do actually have a way to make this a bed. So tell us a little bit about how you configure this to actually get some bed space.
Yeah, so you can kind of see with this one pushed forward that Yamaha's got a sliding seat system back here, so you can still utilize most of the bed if you're not running your passengers.
And so it's just a simple, right back here, there's a grab handle.
Yep.
You just pull it up, and then you can slide this, and then of course this just comes up.
Correct. You can remove them to get full use of the bed as well.
Now, underneath here are seat belts. They're hidden, but if we open the compartment there, you'll see right where they are.
Absolutely.
So it comes over your shoulder. It's right back here. And I like the fact that it's then hidden.
Right.
When you don't want it. You don't have to have, because dirt and grime gets in there and just whatever.
Absolutely.
We have LED lighting all the way around.
All the way around.
I like these back tail lights.
Super bright. Super bright.
You've also got a 2-inch hitch receiver.
Yep, that's stock, so that's a 2-inch receiver.
Do you know what the towing capacity is?
I believe it's around 2,000 pounds.
2,000, that's a lot. Okay, so let's hop on the front and take a look at all the neat things that are in the front.
Let's do it.
So starting over here on the left, of course, you've got your knob here for switching between different drive modes. So you have two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and then you can lock the differential.
Correct.
And you had mentioned something about the big when you turn it, how easy it is to feel each one.
Yep. So Yamaha has got a new knob system for both for all the knobs. They've got really big, deep, recessed indentations so you know which mode you're in. You're not guessing if you're in between. You'll know it with a strong click.
And it definitely does. When I do that, I can definitely feel a click.
Good.
So then the next one, of course, is just your lights. Okay, and then you got moving over here. You do have a tiltable steering wheel.
That is another nice feature. Yes, just like it's very automotive style, tilting very easy to do. There's no guessing.
I like the fact that the dashboard moves.
Goes
We've
with
seen
it,
that before,
right.
but I really like that.
That is a nice
And then
feature.
you've got some basic, you've got dummy lights on this side. You've got some basic indicators. You've got your parking brake indicator, your gear selector indicator. And then you do have some buttons here. This one here will basically change what's in the bottom screen. And this one will change what's in the middle screen. But that's just really nice to have that. I love the back blue lighting. I don't know, it doesn't like glare at you when you're driving.
Especially at night too.
Yeah.
It's not going to blind you.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the different modes that we have on here, because this does have a different, I think it's called D mode.
Yeah, so this is Yamaha's new D-mode variable throttle system, which is really new, and it's really interesting because you can now adjust it on the fly, the power delivery of the motor. So starting off in the sport mode, you get full power, full engine braking. As you move it over to trail, you get a little more linear response on the throttle with full engine braking. And then crawl, you can get all the power, it's just delivered a lot slower. and you still get the engine braking as well.
And the selector, whatever you're doing down here, shows up in your driver's information screen up here as well.
That's right.
All right, now moving over. First of all, mood lighting on a side-by-side.
Yeah,
I mean, this is awesome.
It's actually really nice, especially at night too. So when you're driving around at night, it's just enough light to see what's going on down below. If you've got something in the glove box, you've got no overhead light, so it's really nice to have something underneath.
So moving over to the center here now. Okay, this is a little embarrassing because I thought you had a Magellan GPS that was here, and I was going to have you show it to me, but I don't know where it is.
Nathan, that's funny you say that because it's right here in my hand.
Is that what size it is?
That's it.
Oh my gosh. So you can take this thing out of here and take it with you?
Take pictures, take it with you, share your trail rides with your friends, yes.
Wow. All right, well, let's see if we can put it back in here, see if we can figure this out. If I can do it, anybody can. All right, it just goes right in here. Okay, now, oops, hit the screen there.
There you go.
There we go. There are a bunch of different gauges that you can select in here, and you can see all of these that you can then put in. Like if you want to do all-wheel drive, drive modes. Okay, if you click that up there, then you get that in there.
Tells you what mode you're in.
So, I mean, that's just really neat. You just click and hold, and then you can customize.
Correct.
Hit whatever you want to replace it with, and it'll go right in that screen.
Correct.
So if I go back here and I click on apps, I get a camera. And we talked a little bit about this when we were talking about the back. But since this comes out, I mean, you can now take pictures, of your vehicle after a ride or your friends, because when you hit this button, and it won't make any sense to you sitting in here, but it's the rear camera on the unit. Mm-hmm. So when this is pulled out, you'll get, it's just like your phone. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's just awesome. Let's go to settings here for a minute. You can do, does this do updates?
Does the automatic updates.
Automatic updates. Ooh, man, it's like a car. You have an account profile?
You do. You need to set up your account with your email to get onto the, to be able to share your Yamaha, to be able to share the trails through the system. Correct.
Okay. And then let's see, what else do we have back here? All right. Oh, wow. And then you get it like social networks, your achievements, app purchases, map display, map safe, service alerts. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for the techie guys, they're gonna love it.
This is awesome. Notifications. Now, we talked a little bit, but you can set up notifications in your GPS, so like you said, to warn you if there's a particular spot you want to be like, I gotta remember to slow down at night when I come to this or whatever.
Correct.
Okay, and it also has trail crumbs, so you can leave a whole entire trail where you're going.
And for your friends too.
And for your friends. Well, some friends. Maybe some friends you
Not
want to
all.
drive in circles, go turn it off. All right. Now, coming down below this, you've got, tell us what this is. This is the only available on the Limited.
Correct. So this is the new Fox Shock. This is the 2.0 IQS, which is the Intelligent Quick Shift. This is all new as well. So this is something that I think a lot of folks are going to really enjoy combining with their D shifting system as well. So you've got comfort, you've got medium, and then you've got got the firm. So comfort obviously is for your trail riding. Medium would be more high speed, and then the firm is going to be definitely for more high speed, a lot of rock crawling, but mainly for the high performance stuff.
Okay. Now, next to that, we have a bunch of dummy switches. And we see that more and more where manufacturers are saying, we know that when you put in accessories, you want them to look as nice as if they were made in the factory.
Right.
So down here you've got your entertainment system, right?
Yep.
And it's Bluetooth capable.
Bluetooth, AM, FM. You can play all your songs from your phone.
So over here you do have a USB charging port, and this is a USB A. So it's the standard size USB. Over here you have a 3.5 millimeter or 1/8 inch jack insert, where you can take a cable and plug it into your phone or your device, put it into here and play music. You also have a little area to store right in here. So if you have your phone or whatever, you can set it right in there. I do like the soft touch, like right here where your legs go on the door on the side.
Yeah, that was something that Yamaha added, and a rubber pad, 6 by 6 inches sounds silly, but when you're riding for hours and hours and hours on end, you are pressing your legs out for stability along with the passenger holding these grab handles. So you are pressing out on here for stability to stay comfortable, to stay in the seat. So yeah, those are a
Those
nice
are really
feature.
nice. It's a nice touch. We don't see those on other ones.
Right.
Okay, what is this switch right here?
That's for the winch. That's the in and out toggle switch for the winch
sure.
up front.
All right, that's to rescue your friends because you will never get stuck.
That's
Now, coming back here, you've got some more areas for dummy switches. 2 cup holders right here.
Gotta have your cup holders.
And now, one thing that's interesting is that your gear selector has no park.
Correct. So this one you use the e-brake for the park position.
Put it in neutral, put emergency brake, and you're done. Otherwise, you got low, high, neutral, and of course reverse. And then you do have a small cubby underneath the armrest here. Not super deep, but you can keep. You've got a tire pressure gauge.
Yeah.
You've got some tools. It
Throw
does
your
look
phone,
like.
keep your phone in there, keep it out of the dirt and water.
That's true. That would fit any size phone right there. Now, it does look like it's been waterproofed a little bit with a little rubber molding that goes around the edge. I'm not positive. I didn't find any information to say it was, but that is, I mean, at least that's
Water resistant.
water resistant,
Water
we can say. Now, moving over here, you do have another. Let's see, this is another. This would be a 12-volt outlet. Okay, moving up here, you've got a nice big, large mirror, which I
that's
like
nice.
that.
That's really nice.
Now, you also have this grab handle. You also have a cubby, a glove box, which is actually
glove
fairly
box.
large.
Yeah.
All right, well, tell you what, Dwayne, let's step in the second row.
Let's do it.
All right. Now the handles, you'll see there's no handles on the outside, so the handle is on the inside. It's just an outward pull, like a normal door latch. Now these seats are adjusted all the way back currently, and there isn't any tiltability to them, other than where they're sitting right now, right? But they are comfortable.
Yeah, the first thing you're going to notice is Yamaha put really nice bucket seats in these things, very race orientated, very performance orientated as well. You'll notice the support on the sides to kind of keep you in there
right
from
here,
side to side.
and not only on the bottom part of the seat, but on the back of it too.
Right.
Which is nice to see in a rear seat.
Right.
You often don't see much attention back there.
Right.
You do have 4 cup holders. So Yamaha even thought to put a cutout right here to drain water. So if you're that deep in the mud, well,
We're having some real fun.
you probably need to replenish your drinks with something fresh. But the mud will leave. That's all right. But my knees aren't hitting. I've got a couple inches of knee room
there's
here.
there's surprisingly a lot of room in here.
There are some other vehicles out there on the market that have convertible back seats that can change.
Yeah. Yamaha worked real hard to make this one really special as far as a 4-seater goes. It is only 3 inches longer than their 2-seater model. You're 5'11".
Yeah, 5'11" and a half, yes.
And your knees aren't anywhere close to that seat. So the biggest thing with this one is with it being a shorter wheelbase model, you would think the passengers in the back would get the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
That didn't happen on this one. In fact, this has probably got more room than almost all the 4-seaters on the market right now.
The ones that have the convertible seating like this, right?
Correct.
All right, Dwayne, thank you so much for taking us through this beautiful side-by-side from top to bottom. And, my last question is, typically, especially right now, vehicles and stuff can be very, very hard to find. And so you can buy it and you're months out from getting it. So here it is, it's sitting in your store. What would you say to a customer who saw the video, want
Absolutely.
this?
Well, we welcome everybody down here to come take a look at this. This is the store model. With everything that's going on right now, it is a little difficult getting these things right away. So Yamaha has come out with a very, very extensive early order program system where we're seeing them in 1 to 3 weeks.
Wow, so if someone came in, they could drive this one as a demo, and then decide what options they wanted on
Pick a
there.
color.
And then 1 to 3 weeks later, they'd have it here in the store.
Correct.
Wow, that is just awesome. Well, Dwayne, again, thank you so much on behalf of Two Guys That Ride, and thank you to Star Cycle for having us here today. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.